everybody. Melissa Brandon with Startup Prize, and we are back with another Founder Spotlight. I am so excited to have John Sanwo with us today from Wearable Dose. John, welcome.
Hey everyone, I'm glad to be on the show. Startup Prize is pretty amazing. Thank you, Melissa, for hosting.
Well, I am so excited because we never got to film our finalist spotlight. You know, you were a finalist this past year. You joined us for the finals back in August, so I am thrilled that we finally are getting to do this and shine a bright light on everything you're doing with Wearable Dose. Why don't
Awesome.
you start us off by telling us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what Wearable Dose is trying to do out there in the world?
Okay. My name is John Sanwo. I'm the CEO and founder of Wearable Dose. My background has been in technology. I've been taking ideas all the way to commercial use for the last 20 years. And now we're bringing Wearable Dose, which is our wearable patch that detects radiation in real time. Hopefully, you can see it. And what that allows us to do is be able to make radiation detection really precise. Think of our patch as the pixels on your phone. We can detect radiation down to every single pixel to ensure there's no damage to any healthy cells and precise dosing to the tumor. So when you think wearable dose, think the future of radiation therapy, the future of diagnostic radiation, making sure that patients have less damage and faster recovery times when it comes to cancer treatment.
I love that. And I know recently, didn't you just secure a new partnership recently?
Yes, we did. Really excited to talk about this. We were the first and only company that were part of BARDA's accelerator, but also funded as part of their dev funding. And we're working with Children's Hospital as well as with University of Maryland to continue to develop this technology and do our preclinical trials. Secondly, another one was we just joined Infinity Ward with Johns Hopkins, and we're looking to integrate with there as well.
That's awesome. Big congrats. I mean, those are big, big milestones to hit. It's really exciting. I know, I know when I watched you in that finals room, there was a lot of talk about like really focusing on children as the kind of the first part of this really precise delivery of radiation. Why, like, kind of what maybe what kind of started you down that path? Or like, is there something that like how did you move from tech into this world of radiation and health?
So the journey started through an organization called FedTech, and I met with Patrick and Isaac. And once I understood the mission of and the impact that we could have on this, I'll sort of pivot a little bit to a story where one of our advisors, when I met with him initially, told him what we were doing, and his response was, 15 years ago, the head of UMass General said, hey, I have a child that I need to treat. This patient has a tumor within their spine, 1 millimeter to the left or the right, and they basically would be paralyzed for life. And so when he saw our solution, he said, this is what they needed. And that put a spark that made us understand that the pediatric space would have the most impact. And that has borne true as we have talked through it because, you know, Children's Hospital, St. Jude, a lot of these pediatric hospitals are really interested in that solution and bringing it to market as fast as possible.
I love that. So it sounds like you already got a couple of pilots and partnerships going. What's kind of next on the horizon for Wearable Dose?
So this BARDA pilot that we're doing, our goal is to have all our preclinical data and our FDA approval, and hopefully next year we should be able to bring that into the hospitals and have patients have more accurate radiation therapy.
That's incredible. So I always ask this of folks. You have a community here. You know how Startup Prize works, right? You know that we're really looking to bring people together, not only to connect founders with mentors, but also founders with other founders, because we know that there's a lot of knowledge out there and a lot of sharing that can be done to help one another. So, with that in mind, I always like to ask, how can we help? Is there things that Wearable Dose needs right now? Are there connections you need? Are you in the middle of a race? Tell us, tell your Startup Prize community, how can we help?
So we're going to be raising pretty soon. We're in the process as through this pilot of de-risking. So the startup prize community is pretty awesome. Met some great founders who we're still in contact with, and have we've done multiple introductions to other folks that have helped move things forward. Really excited about that. But I think more than anything, from the startup prize community, as we move towards that raise, and as we're doing our pilots, we're open to more pilots with other hospitals once this is completed. So if there are any physicians who really want to specialize in their area, the other piece to the patch is we are the actual first electronically detected in vivo radiation detector. And so we can put the patch directly on the patient while they're being treated, feed, feed that data into our machine learning model, look at patient's data, look at the actual absorbed dose the patient is receiving, compare that with NIH data to make sure that we can have the minimum viable dose without impact to that patient and optimize that. And so any physicians that want to collaborate, we're open to that. Also, as I said, when we get close to raising, we're excited, and hopefully the community opens up and helps us drive this to market as fast as possible.
I love that. Well, kind of staying in that lane a little bit, for those who have not been part of Startup Prize, how would you describe the experience? What was it like going through the qualifying events? And also, I know everyone always wants to know, what's it like in that room, John?
So I'd have to say that the team, the Startup Prize team, is awesome. If you're thinking about doing it, I think it's a great step for any organization to be part of that community. I would say Melissa and the team have just been pretty awesome. I'd recommend doing it. But more than anything, I think being in the room and having folks who really care about what it is you're doing and have taken the time to go through it and ask you poignant questions that you yourself may have not been trying to avoid, just being, with all the things that you have with the copious amounts of free time. Um, we,
All the
it's
free time,
great.
right?
That's all the free time. So it's great to have that community of people who genuinely care about what you're doing and are asking you the questions that prepare you to walk into any room with even more confidence and a sense of uh, folks that have vetted what it is you're doing and make sure that you have the right answers, you've thought through the right issues, you understand your risks more than you would have before you walked into that room, and you walked out with an action plan to essentially address that.
Oh, I love that. All right. And now for my final question, let's see. Any any advice for founders out there? Anything that you wish you had known getting started? Any words of wisdom? Just little things you want to pepper out there for folks.
Well, I'll say jokingly, don't get married and start a startup at the same year. It's really,
Mhm.
really a lot to do at the same time, which I did. But what I will definitely say is it has to be a problem that you are willing to solve, because you're going to wake up and go to sleep every day thinking about it, dreaming about it. Every thought process you have will be around how to get this to market, especially in my case where it's, cancer is what we're focused on. Cancer affects my family. I'm sure it affects a lot of people's family. 1 in 4 people will have cancer. And so having a problem like that is something that drives you, and you need to make sure that your life is arranged to accept that drive, and your family and friends, and you have communities like the Startup Prize community that's there to support you.
I love that so much, John. Well, I'm so glad we finally got to do this. Like I said, it made me feel bad that we didn't get to. So I love that we've had this opportunity to kind of check in and hear what you've been up to in this last month or so. Do you think I could get a little Viva la Startup Prize on our way out?
Yes,
All
definitely.
right,
Viva
awesome.
Startup
Well,
Prize!
love it. Thank you so much, John. And we will see y'all next time.
All right, definitely. Thank you.